I put 14.5.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the RSG Podcast, episode 14 and a half. Tonight, I've got Mr. Nathan Connor.
Wait, 14? Why are we 14 and a half?
I don't know.
Because I made one earlier that I couldn't find either of your names, and so because Google Hangouts is terrible, and we really need to switch to something new. So I had to make a new one, and it couldn't have the same title, so I made it 14 and a half.
Sounds like user error to me. Just saying. But anyway, Mr. Nathan Connor.
It's not a user error.
And Mr. Roby Watson tonight.
Who?
You.
Who?
You.
Oh. Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome.
Present.
Tonight.
Present?
Present. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about movies. Movies, and more movies. Movies that suck, movies that don't suck. Our expectations for 2015 and letdowns for 2015. Well, expected letdowns. Because let's be real, there's going to be a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Truth.
Man, there's gonna...
Let's talk about a movie, however, that won't be out in 2014 nor 2015. Because Sony let the terrorists win.
Terrorists win. Yeah. The Interview. The movie I was looking forward to seeing on Christmas Day with my father.
Dude, I was looking forward to seeing The Interview myself.
Me too.
I'm a huge Rogan Franco fan. I love those guys. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the story, for anyone who doesn't know, is that the movie was supposed to be released today, wasn't it? Correct?
Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Christmas Day.
It's like
Was it
Christmas
Day?
The
Okay.
planned release, yeah.
Was the planned release. And basically North Korea had been hacking Sony for a while and just airing all their dirty laundry. And finally, it came down the pipe that they were threatening to blow up a bunch of movie theaters.
Yeah, because that's the adult thing to do when you don't get your way.
It's the North Korea thing. It's North Korea, man. They're all stunted.
It's the adult thing to do if you don't get your way.
That's true.
You're not wrong.
All right.
You're not wrong. But anyway, so they threw a fit, and Sony decided to pull it. Said it's not worth the risk, and they pulled it all.
Yeah, now, didn't they originally say they were going to leave it up to the theaters, but then theaters started dropping out of actually going to be housing it for Christmas Day?
Yeah, well, nobody wants to be the next, Dark Knight shooting.
True.
You know what I mean? So even if their threat is all hot air, if some copycat decides to do it because they think he can get away with it now that they'll blame the North Koreans for it.
Right.
You know? I mean, because he doesn't believe in forensic evidence, because if he did it, they'll figure out it wasn't the North Koreans and it was him. So.
Right.
But...
I mean, they don't even let people out of their country.
Crazy people do crazy things. So.
True.
Well, okay. Here's my question for you guys. Threats all over the place. Sony decides not to pull it. Do you go watch it?
Yes.
Despite the threat.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Hell yes. That's my answer.
I don't go watch it out of some sort of you can't tell me what not to do. I go watch it because I don't think the risk is that high.
Yeah. I mean, I said this earlier today when we were kind of talking about it. It's like we have movies against the Russians and have had movies against the Russians since the Cold War era. I mean, it's entertainment. It's not, personal. Granted, I don't know if any of those movies actually had us going and killing like the president or the leader or whoever the grand hoo-ha is of Russia. But
I'm sure Grand Hoo-Ha is his official title.
There we go.
It's very rough at sounding. You have to say it in a Russian accent, though. Grand Hoo-Ha. He's the machine.
Our grand hoo-ha. I can't do it. Anyway, I don't know. Just why? Why is this a big deal? I mean, do we take is North Korea serious? Are we taking them serious now? Is this a thing?
Dude, you have to take North Korea serious because they're fucking crazy.
Yeah, but
as a person who's responsible for other people's lives, because look, man, if they, okay, now don't get me wrong, I'm straight up devil's advocate here. Okay.
Okay.
because I think it's fucking stupid. The movie should be released. We should be able to go and see it. I think North Korea is way overreacting. But devil's advocate for a moment. If Sony lets it play, and if a theater does go, and a lot of people get killed in a bombing somewhere, let's just say it happens, what then?
We go to war.
Can you imagine the even more public backlash against Sony if they didn't do it? If in this case, they're damned if they do and damned if they don't, and at least this way, nobody dies.
Well, let's be honest. This isn't a moral decision. This is a straight financial decision.
Right. Because they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. They really stuck at this point.
Yeah, they lose millions of dollars by pulling it, but they lose potentially their entire company if they do it. And
lawsuits and everything else that happens.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I don't want to get it because I want to see the movie. Understand? It's just aggravating.
Right. I want to be angry because I'm a goddamn American and people can't tell me what I can and can't fucking do.
Right.
Let me tell you what frustrates me is the fact that we as Americans would decide to press a lawsuit against Sony as opposed to be pissed at the people who bombed our asses.
Right.
Yeah, but that's because we as Americans have long been taught that somebody has to be responsible for everything.
Right. Why can't North Korea be responsible for it?
Because we can't directly punish them, but I can directly punish Sony.
I bet we could if they bombed us.
This is true.
Just saying.
This is true.
No, I don't think. Well, hell, maybe. I don't know. I guess it all depends on how the 2016 election rolls down.
Nice.
Are you kidding? That would be a talking point for the 2016 election.
Oh God, it would be the only talking point in the 2016 election.
Because people are going to want blood.
Goddamn Obama didn't.
Right.
Right. That thing just drives me. I don't know.
Kind of sidetracking a little bit here. I love how people are starting to get upset with Obama over the fact that he's getting rid of the trade embargo with Cuba.
He's not getting rid of the trade embargo with Cuba, but carry on.
Well, what's he getting rid of? I mean, we're going to be able to get Cubans and stuff, right? Like cigars?
Right. But that's not the same thing as lifting the trade embargo.
Okay, so he's like reducing some of the what's
right.
that?
You can go to Cuba if you want to.
Okay.
Bring back Cuban cigars.
Nice.
Cuban cigars will not be available for sale here in the United States. That is lifting the trade embargo. What he is not doing is lifting the trade embargo. What he is doing is saying, if you want to go to Cuba and buy some of their shit and bring it back here, nobody cares. Because
no, that's not what he's saying.
Why did we ever fucking care?
That's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, I want some fucking Cuban cigars. That's what he's saying.
Now. Yeah. So, you know what? And I'm wholly for that. The whole the whole thought that we're punishing them effectively or with any real good intentions has long since passed. The usefulness of it has long since passed. Now we're just doing it because, nope, we're still doing that. No, no.
Meanwhile, North Korea says, "Yeah, I'm gonna kick some sand in your eyes if you play this movie," and we're like, "Oh, oh."
Okay, let's be honest. The U.S. government is not. Oh God.
No. Okay, listen.
Oh God.
Listen.
Let's not paint the same brush.
No.
Let's get different brushes out because these are different.
No. Roby, what America do you live in? Everything is Obama's fault. Everything is the government's fault. Everybody knows this.
Oh, sorry. I live in white liberal America. So here in white liberal America, Obama is our favorite kid.
I feel like your white liberal America is oppressing me.
That's probably true. But we do it lovingly.
Oh, well, as long as it's done lovingly, then no harm, no foul.
We do it because you're a special kid. You need a helmet.
Right.
You can't do it by yourself.
You guys need help. You need our help. So we can feel special and important.
Right.
Now, Roby, you had mentioned something earlier today, going back to the interview, that you had heard about
Rob
Sony.
Lowe's quote.
We'll hit that one.
Quote for a minute.
Okay.
Because Rob Lowe used look, when you're talking about things and you want to go to the card that no one else can go past, you play the Hitler card.
True.
Wait a minute.
This guy is Hitler.
Which Rob Lowe? Is this the scary, hairy Rob Lowe? Or
this is cool guy Rob Lowe.
Cool
Yeah.
guy Rob Lowe. Okay.
Right. The cool guy Rob Lowe who has satellite. It's
All
that
right.
Rob Lowe.
That Rob Lowe.
It's satellite Rob Lowe. So satellite Rob Lowe tweeted that like the people at Sony or whatever had done the what's the chancellor's name?
Here, I'll find
Palpatine?
it here.
The chancellor, the other different chancellor.
Okay.
The chancellor of Czechoslovakia, like when the Nazis were first getting started, the chancellor of Czechoslovakia basically gave in and caved and gave Hitler a bunch of land in Czechoslovakia to begin with, and he compared Sony to that guy, and I was
What?
like, wow,
Yeah.
he just played the Hitler card using someone else who was opposed to Hitler. That is brilliant. Way
Well,
to
it's like-
so indirectly play the Hitler card.
The reverse Hitler card. I like it.
Right. It's so brilliant. I was like, wow. I completely disagree with you, and you're way oversimplifying things, and it's not at all the same, but carry
Neville
on.
Chamberlain.
Yes, Neville Chamberlain. That was a great play of the reverse Hitler card. Like, wow, he straight up reverse Hitlered that. Nice. He didn't even, pause along the way. He just straight up reverse Hitlered it.
Yeah, I mean, Sony's a business, and they're not going to. They'll do whatever is going to be least impactful to them, and even though they're losing
Right.
millions of dollars on this, like millions of dollars,
Okay.
it's better than losing Sony as a company.
Okay. That's if Sony comes along and does something smart and say 6 months from now they quietly release it on DVD,
Oh, dude.
they're still going to make a ton of money
Oh,
on
yeah.
people buying the interview.
I'll buy it.
I'll torrent that crap.
Well, okay, let's be honest. You would torrent it anyway. So, like, even if there was no controversy,
Hey, whoa,
you would
whoa.
still torrent it. So, God.
But I would also see it in the theaters just to be clear,
Okay, fair enough.
because I support James Franco and Seth Rogen. So.
Rogan, right? So, if they will we see the interview at some point? I believe that we will.
Well,
I
I think-
can't see them making this movie and then it going nowhere. That just doesn't
Right.
seem.
It's
Well-
like it's an already ready for production. It's like ready for release movie. It is
If they have it
just
on a
waiting
hard
to bring
drive,
some money back in.
yeah, if they have it on a hard drive, if they don't release it, someone will get into it. Someone will hack it. Someone will put it out there. It
Right.
will be released.
Oh, it's already out there. I can almost guarantee you it's already out there. Listen, the theaters already have it in hand. I mean, somebody's already,
That's true. It would have already been shipped.
especially when this came down the pipe, I guarantee you.
Maybe it was already shipped. I don't know.
Well,
I
mean,
guess I don't know. I don't know anything about movie theaters and how they work behind the scenes. So
Okay.
I would like to say I do.
This is
Especially since
America.
especially since I just made a claim.
right.
but
Right.
but I can't.
This is America, man. You can claim
I can
what
say
you
whatever
want.
I want. Right.
Yeah.
It's the internet in America.
You are an
Yeah.
expert, sir.
You literally could say whatever you want.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I was reading some interesting articles about it. Well, one of them, an interview with an ex-4chan, ex-anonymous hacker, who said that he doesn't think it's North Korea
I don't think so either. I've never thought
because
it was.
he thinks that, and he offered some rather than just being like, it can't be North Korea. Everyone there's a fucking peasant with a fucking pitchfork and eats hay. Everybody says that about North Korea. Oh, they're so backwards. But do we really know? Like, who here's been to North Korea to see what it's actually like? Not very many people. So
Oh, wait. Is this like a? Okay. This is what I think about North Korea. The commonplace people, in North Korea, they're the ones who are amazed at floppy disks. But I think the elite have access to all of this stuff.
right.
And-
The military
and-
and stuff like that.
Yeah, you pretty much
Right.
have to, if you're going to control the entire populace, you have to be
Right.
able to monitor and figure out what's going on with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah. And as far as
Well, his argument
Korea-
was this. Hold on, let me finish real quick.
okay.
His argument was this: they only have one main ISP in North Korea, and they just don't have enough input, data input capacity, to have performed this size of a hack on Sony, because it's not something you can just do like I just did it last night. Getting that much data out of Sony is going to take days, months, he said.
Yeah, but we're assuming that they're in North Korea. That's a bad assumption.
Right. No, he's saying even if anywhere. He's saying it would take him days and months to do.
Well, we've known about
America
this movie for a year. I mean,
right.
I'm just saying that it could still be North Korea. I don't think it is personally.
I don't think it is either.
I don't think that's like a really great argument.
And then he brought up the possibility that it's somebody from within Sony who just wants to fuck Sony.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Who just pulled all that data down off the hard drive or whatever, and just walked it out of the building.
Shit's mine, bitches.
Right.
Oh.
And then it just slowly been releasing it on the internet because he has a perfect scapegoat now.
Yeah.
It's true.
He does.
You know.
Certainly
And the
does.
U.S. government has officially come out and blamed North Korea for it, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, wouldn't they know? Or are they just using the same scapegoat?
Well, that comes down to how much you trust your government, I suppose.
Well, let's go full on. Let's go full on tinfoil hat here, okay?
Tinfoil hat says no, that they absolutely did not do it. The government's lying to you to cover Sony.
No, the tinfoil hat says that you're right, okay? But they're saying North Korea as well, not to cover Sony's butt, but to start another war.
Start another war, right?
You think so?
Yeah.
I think.
Sure.
Well,
why
we
not?
want a war that we can win, but I don't know that we can win that one either
Really? Why's that?
because we don't like to win wars.
Oh, you're talking about. Okay. All right. Now I get that. I think we have the capability of winning.
Oh, we have the capability to do a lot of stuff that we won't do.
Yeah. The war nowadays would not at all be the same.
Right.
Let's just put it that way. A lot less feet on the ground. Not to mention, I think the real problem isn't so much North Korea, but China. You know.
Yeah.
And-
Well,
that's
and
the thing
Russia
that's-
too.
It could also have been North Korean hackers working from within China
See, that's what I
with
thought.
their blessing to do it. So,
And we're talking a lot about North Korea overreacting. Honestly, considering how North Korea sees things, I don't think this is overreacting at all. I think this is pretty much par for the course. You know, as far as like what we can expect out of North Korea, that is. I mean, satire, I don't think is something that they're familiar with.
that's quite possibly true.
You know, and more than that, they revere their great leaders as like close to gods as you can possibly get without actually being gods.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, and I saw the scene. Actually, I did see the scene. A short clip of the scene that supposedly caused this reaction from North Korea, and it's a pretty awesome scene actually of spoilers. Kim Jong-un dying, his helicopter being hit by a missile, and him bursting into flame in slow-mo. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, man. So, yeah, the interview. I think we'll see it at some point.
No, I'm almost positive. Well, I mean, look at back in the day with Team America, World Police. The leader of
Americans were threatening to bomb theaters.
No, but I guess at one time North Korea told the leader of Czechoslovakia to not play that movie in their theaters, and they told him that that's an unreasonable request for a democratic country.
Yeah.
Wait, who told him that?
The leaders of Czechoslovakia.
Really?
They made it up since World War II a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, they were just like, no, yeah, go stick in your little country over there and have fun.
I'm just saying, we had Kim Jong-il in that movie, and it went off fine, so just saying.
Yeah, well, they also had the image of Mohammed in the original South Park Super Friends episode.
This is true.
But you cannot see that anymore. Like, unless you have a copy of it, all the others have been edited, and you cannot find it anywhere.
Really? On the internet? You can't find it anywhere?
No.
That's impressive.
Well, okay. If you try hard enough, you could probably find it.
All right. There we go.
I mean, it's the internet. If you try hard enough, you can find anything.
I didn't want to have to go to the dark net to prove you wrong, but I was willing to.
Right.
Oh,
But
I
it's
think
not.
you should do it anyway.
It's not readily. You don't want to go to the dark net, man.
I really don't want to go to the
You
dark
don't.
net. I don't need my ISP flagged for shit. I really.
You are not ready for that.
Oh my gosh.
And but like the original one aired on TV. They had a picture of Muhammad, no problem, nobody cared. Then 9/11 happened, and now everyone cares.
It's true.
But well, let's move on then to movies that aren't being censored.
Yet.
Yet.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
still time. There's still time.
Still
These
time.
are the ones happening in 2015.
We might get a request from Jupiter to not have Jupiter ascend.
Tatooine called. Please do not show Star Wars.
Right.
The Force Awakens.
The Mos Eisley Cantina called. They don't like the way they're portrayed.
He doesn't like you.
This is
I
not
don't like you either.
Ability.
He doesn't like this movie.
Right.
I don't like this movie either. God.
Oh god.
That's terrible. Okay,
Have you seen the like people have been reacting all over the internet to this, and it's hysterical. It cracks me up. The people on the R Movies subreddit have changed all their themes to Korean, and like all their mods have like Korean names now. In Korean.
Oh, I love Reddit.
Oh, that's awesome. There was
Netflix
a title on
I
Reddit.
started a new category on Netflix called "Films North Korea Will Let You Watch."
There was a title I saw somewhere on Reddit. I think it was a front page that read, "This is the first time, or because of the interview, this is the first time that anything in North Korea has like directly affected me."
That's probably true.
Oh man.
Jeez. Okay, so I want to start off with the crap movies for 2015.
Okay.
Right. What movies we are not looking forward to?
We'll probably see, but we don't want to. It's like cutting.
I'm gonna start off with my number one movie that I will probably see, but I'm not looking forward to. Jurassic World.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just put it out there. Let's get it out there right up front.
Jurassic World.
My expectations for Jurassic World are so low that I might actually enjoy this movie.
Is that how it's gonna go?
I think I might actually enjoy this movie because my expectations are so low for it. The bar is set so low that they can literally just trip over it, and I'll enjoy this movie.
Oh, it's got Chris Pratt in it, so.
Yeah, that's not enough for me.
Star-Lord, man.
I know. Yeah, I know. I get that. I'm familiar with who Chris Pratt is.
Right. So we're saying that Jurassic World's gonna be a comedy. Is that what we're saying? It's gonna be a comedy.
That's its best hope, I think. Because at first I was like, okay, kind of. When I first started watching the trailer, I was like, all right, Jurassic Park, okay. I was never like a huge fan of the originals, but this could be good. And then they're like, yeah, guess what? We decided to make like a giant mutant dinosaur. We just put a whole bunch of genes together and made like the biggest, baddest dinosaur we could because that's a good idea.
Right. Like
Because we have not learned any lesson from the previous three movies, even though it's a supposedly continuation of the timeline.
Yeah. So the end result, the end verdict is, hold on to your butts. This movie's gonna be bad.
All right. What's your next one, Roby?
Not even Star-Lord could save this movie.
That's true.
The next on my list is going to have to be, I don't know. There's so many movies that are going to be bad. 50 Shades of Grey is supposed to come out next year. We'll put that next on the list, although it's not one that I will likely see.
Yeah, no.
That's true. It's just going to be bad, and we'll not see it, and we'll say it's bad even after not seeing it.
Even after not seeing it. And the third on my list is going to be Terminator Genesis.
See, I'm probably going to see that one.
I'm going to see that one. I've seen all the rest of the Terminator movies, so I can't not go see this one. That's just like not allowed. But I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh.
See, I would put 50 Shades of Grey at the top of my list of movies that are not going to be good.
I think Jurassic World will be worse than 50 Shades of Grey.
No, that's not even right to say. At least, okay, listen. At least Jurassic Park has, with the last two movies, set a precedent for having bad movies. So, knowing this
Right.
precedent, I think it's, 50 Shades of Grey is just gonna be worse. It's
All right, fair enough.
just gonna be. I mean, you can't take that book and make it into a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh God, you know what? And I left out Taken 3,
Oh, yeah, that's definitely on my
AKA
list.
aka Liam Neeson is in The Fugitive.
Wait a minute, didn't Liam Neeson say that Taken 3 is only gonna work if nobody gets taken?
Yes, and you know what? No one gets taken.
Okay, so
It's
it's just.
literally Liam Neeson plays Harrison Ford in The Fugitive.
Oh, is that is the storyline?
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the role of the head
Tommy
marshal
Lee
guy,
Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones, is Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Yep.
You know what my thing is now? I gotta take you in. Forrest Whitaker.
That was pretty good. That was
That
pretty
was-
good.
That was pretty good. I think.
I like Forrest Whitaker too.
give me-
I
give
don't
me
want him to
your-
be in this shitty movie. I don't want him to be in this shitty movie.
Oh well. Too bad, I guess.
Yeah, apparently.
What's your dark horse, Roby?
There's a lot of Dark Horse movies out here that could be good, but aren't going to get a lot of buzz. This one, Mordecai, I've been looking at. It's got Johnny Depp and Aubrey Plaza in it, and I love both of those people. And it looks like an interesting story. That could be a really good one. The SpongeBob movie is not on my Dark Horse list.
No, I was really wondering.
Yeah, I know. It's a close one. I was like,
They're bringing
I
out
almost-
another
I almost
Poltergeist.
picked it up. Yeah, I know I said one earlier, and I can't remember now what it was that I said. Oh, God.
What about? Well, I'm gonna save that one for my list. Never mind. You can't have that one.
Fair enough. My dark horse pick is going to be Mordecai, I think. And then 3 movies that I'm looking forward to in 2015 that I'm excited about seeing are Star Wars Episode 7, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Who's not excited about seeing Star Wars? A movie called Ex Machina, and Chappie. A lot of artificial intelligence movies on my list.
Yeah. All right. Well, the top 3 movies for me that are gonna suck. I think without a doubt, 50 Shades of Grey is gonna be terrible. There's just no way around that. It's gonna be.
It's gonna make so much money though.
Imagining how terrible it is, I can see us going to see it sometime.
Yeah.
It's gonna make so much money.
The second one for me is Furious 7. It's gonna be beyond bad.
You see, I wanted to put Fury 7 on my list, but I've come to expect so little from the Fast and Furious movies that it doesn't even register. Its awfulness doesn't even appear on my list anymore. I'm so tuned out to how awful all the Fast and Furious movies are that I don't even see it anymore.
It just has some of the most ridiculous stunts in it, just ridiculous.
Oh, I'm with you.
But the third one is Hitman Agent 47. I think that's going to be really bad.
I was wondering if someone was gonna mention that one.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be really bad. My dark horse for a movie that might be good is Pan. I think
Pan is a great dark horse pick.
Yeah, that's my dark horse pick.
That movie could be really good.
Yeah. And I think our top 3 is going to be very similar. Star Wars, The Force Awakens, obviously. I just giddy like a schoolgirl over that movie. The second one is Chappie, and Chappie for me is one I'm interested in seeing, mainly because I've seen a number of, or not a number, but one short film with the Antwoord, who's going to be featured prominently in this movie, and I found it fascinating. I thought it was really good, actually.
Well, they're interesting to look at because they're weird.
And maybe that's it. I have no idea what my attraction to that band is, but I like them. But and my last one is pretty. It's pretty basic, but Age of Ultron. I'm very excited for. Yep. And I'll watch Terminator Genesis as well, but I don't think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess it's my turn for my 3 worst.
Yep.
All right, well, obviously, I mean, I hate to be, mimic this, but 50 Shades of Grey is going to be terrible. It's going to make stupid amounts of money. I'm not even going to mention that. We'll just go on. We'll go past that one.
We're good. Yeah, we beat that one into the ground. I think we're good.
Jupiter Ascending. I have no desire to see that.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't.
I want to see it, and I want it to be like this epic tale. Now, see, if they come at it and they do it right, it could be really good. They did really good with Cloud Atlas as far as making it a visually enjoyable movie.
True.
And if they can do that enough with Jupiter Ascending and not have the plot be so god-awful that I can't stand it, then I'll like Jupiter Ascending.
I just don't know, man.
I'm less worried about the plot in reality and more worried about what is the protagonist's name? The actor's name, I can't remember now.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. I'm more worried about his acting ability more than anything.
Ooh.
Shots fired.
That's a fair point, I think. It's a fair point.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next one on the list for me is going to be Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension.
Oh, why would you even bring that up?
Because it's terrible.
Ghost Dimension. Oh,
No,
geez.
right.
That title.
I mean, the first Paranormal Activity was
See, that's
new.
one of those ones like that I would leave without even saying. Like I would pretend it didn't even exist. Like that and Furious 7, I would pretend that those movies did not even exist. They did not get released.
Okay, well, here's one then
They never
that I
existed.
think is going to be bad. That it's probably not going to get a lot of buzz, and it's going to be bad. I think is Kingsman. The
You think
Secret
so?
Service. I do. I saw a number of trailers.
It's going to be horrible.
It's going to be horrible. I love the premise for it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking it was kind of a cool little storyline.
But it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. Not at all. So here's my question then. Here's a movie that I'm wholly uncertain about. And,
I guess I don't get a third one. That's cool.
Oh, do you get a third one?
Let Ryan finish talking. God, Connor.
Sorry, go ahead, Ryan.
My third and final one on here, after all these ones that look like fail, is going to be the Divergent series Insurgent.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Again, another one I would have just assumed never happened.
Look,
I'm
I
gonna
wish I could assume it
apologize.
never happened, but they exist. They're going to be real. They're going to be all over your screens on primetime TV.
In my
I'm gonna
world, that
apologize.
never happened.
I gotta apologize to Kayleen right now because I know she's at home shaking her head. She loves that stuff.
It's terrible.
Sorry, David. Sorry, but they're horrible movies.
We just lost a viewer. No, I'm just kidding.
We lost our only viewer.
Right. Our only viewer was like, all right, I'm out.
Come back. I can't stand these assholes.
Right.
So what
I
are the
am-
three you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 6. Not really. It's just fun to watch. No, okay. It looks like in January 9th, Inherent Vice is going to be coming to theaters, hopefully for the general populace since it was only limited release now. That's kind of one of the ones I really want to see. I kind of want to see American Sniper. I know it's kind of patriotic and stuff, but it looks like it's going to be a rough one, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for...
I'm with you. American Sniper, straight up Oscar bait, but
Yeah.
it could be really good. And I like Bradley Cooper as an actor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
me
I
too.
mean, the most...
Like-
Sorry?
What he's done is just good, so I can't argue with it.
Yeah. And then, let's see, another one, obviously, Age of Ultron. There's no, I mean, and Star Wars, they're just givens for that. But, let's see, let me see if there's another one on there that I really want to see. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, The Green Destiny.
Is it Jim and the Holograms on your list, bro?
That's right.
Because
That's
Jim and the
right.
Holograms is on my list of movies I will see in 2015.
And won't like.
I probably will hate every minute of it, but I will watch Jim and the Holograms.
That's cutting right there. That's what that is.
And there's one coming out in December called Krampus. I want to see it.
This December or next December?
Next December.
I'll watch Krampus.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Krampus myself.
So that's it for me, man.
Yeah, there are a variety of other movies coming out that like I look forward to seeing, but that aren't in my top 3 list. They're just sort of like standard movie fare. The next Bond movie comes out. It's not anything I really look forward to, but I'm always like, oh, good, it's the Bond year.
Right.
I know that I'll have something to watch in November, because I can always go watch the Bond movie. Hateful Eight by Tarantino comes out next year.
Oh, does it? Oh. Ted 2 as well, June.
Yeah, Ted 2. Like, just standard, like, I want to call it, like, movie filler, almost. Where it's like, they're going to be good movies. They're not going to be, like, the best movies or something I'm really excited to see. But there's something I do enjoy going to see.
What about Mad Max?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I forgot that one.
Mad Max Fury Road as well.
Oh, I want to see that so bad. But I want to go see it with Tom. Inappropriate Tom.
Oh, that would be the most magical thing ever.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, Spectre is going to be Daniel Craig Bond. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
But I think it's going to be his last one.
Possibly. Now, I heard that Christoph Waltz is playing the bad guy?
Christoph Waltz is the bad guy in Spectre.
Oh, yes.
And that makes me want to see it all the more. Cause
I want to see Ant-Man.
Awesome. See, I think this is going to be a down year for superhero movies. Because I think Ant-Man is going to be not good, and I think the new Fantastic Four is going to be even more not good.
Well, on my list, on July 17th, they have Ant-Man followed by Trainwreck. So if you don't think of Trainwreck as a movie, I think Ant-Man's going to be a Trainwreck. I don't think it's going to be good.
I don't know. I think Ant-Man could be good. I don't know. We'll see.
I think it could be, but I think it's had too much issue in production.
What, Ant-Man or Fantastic Four?
Ant-Man.
You know, you're not really wrong about that, but it's part of the Disney layout, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but it's sort of like the redheaded stepchild in the Disney world.
I can't disagree. What about Hot Tub Time Machine 2?
Hot Tub Time Machine 2, I'm there. I'm there opening weekend. I love the first one. It's horrible and awful, but was hysterical nonetheless. And this, I think, will be much the same.
What is that one we saw the preview for? I don't know if it's 2015. It's got to be. Where the kids get a time machine, they start going back in time. Have you seen the previews for that? And
You're talking to me?
I'm talking to both you guys, yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen the preview. All right, I'll see if I can find it, but apparently they go back in time and like win the lotto and stuff like that, and they start screwing stuff up, and people start disappearing because, you know, they're screwing everything up. And they got
link it on the Facebooks.
If I can find it.
I think the one you were talking about earlier that you're looking forward to see, the Ex Machina Ruby, that kind of reminds me of the fact that this isn't 2015, but side blurb. Apparently Harrison Ford has said that the script for Blade Runner 2 was the best script he's ever read, ever.
Wow.
I don't know if I trust 80-year-old Harrison Ford's judgment.
Whoa.
He's kind of grumpy.
Dude,
He is kind of a grumpy guy these days.
challenging the solo. Just saying.
Yeah, I know what I do.
Well, you know, you're challenging not just the Solo, but also the Indiana Jones.
True. Who was signed off for the Crystal Skull.
Right.
So,
I'm just saying, he did sign on board for the Crystal Skull.
yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I don't...
Yeah. I don't,
best script he's ever read? I don't know about all that. So...
He's like, that was the back of the cereal box.
Right?
Oh, where's the script at?
Man.
Where's the script at?
Oh, God. Black Hat is another one I'm not looking forward to in 2015. I do not want to see Chris Hemsworth playing a hacker.
Dude, you know it's going to be just like Swordfish.
Right? It's straight up going to be Swordfish 2015.
They're going to take an actress whose boobs everyone wanted to see and show them to us?
Maybe. Hold on. Let's see who's in it. Viola Davis? I don't know who the hell that is. Maybe
find out.
I might want to see her
the internet.
boobs. I'm looking right now.
I wouldn't say no. But,
Yeah, I'm going to say no as well.
I think, Hitman, that's going to be bad.
Yeah, you
I'll
already
still
said
see it.
man.
I'll still see Hitman.
It's just going to be really bad.
I won't see it. Well, okay, I will, because you'll be like, you want to go see Hitman? I'll be like, yeah.
What else am I doing?
But I won't be happy about it.
Oh my God, Magic Mike XXL?
Right? Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, also scheduled to be released next year.
Oh,
Don't
jeez.
forget that.
Oh, the next Mission Impossible, guys.
Yeah,
That's
MI5 next year as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I just kind of ignored that one.
It's going to be so bad.
There's a lot of really bad ones. On
Yep. Jason Statham was out with his next I'm Jason Statham movie, Wild Card.
I literally just saw that. Yeah.
It's just going to be Jason Statham is Jason Statham. Now, okay. James Franco and Rachel McAdams in The Little Prince. Classic children's tale. Will it be a good movie?
I hope so. I remember this tale.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it when I was a kid, so probably it'll be terrible to me now.
This is quite possibly true.
Yeah.
But I find it fascinating. I'm hoping it's animated, and that's only voiced by James Franco.
Like all voices
the
by him?
The Little Prince is a little boy, so it would be weird to see like James Franco as like the 30.
Only if he does it in his Spring Breakers voice.
Oh God. I thought that never happened.
It happened, man. Franco did.
I know it happened. But I thought we were pretending it didn't. Yoga Hosers also next year.
What? There's a new Point Break coming out in 2015?
Yeah.
We're not talking about that either.
Gosh, man.
We're not talking about that.
You guys are going to have like an entire, like next year's podcast is going to be full of us just being disappointed.
Dude, we are going to be so hateful.
Right? I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, that's about it for me. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add.
No. No. I think that's it, really.
Because, I mean, we can go through this list of 8,000 movies.
Right.
It'd be terrible.
Pretty soon we're going to get out of movies that anyone wants to see. You know.
What about The Gambler? What do you guys think of The Gambler? I kind of want to see it. Mark Wahlberg?
I do want to see that. Honest to God, I don't think I've seen a movie with Mark Wahlberg that I didn't like.
Transformers 3.
Okay, Transformers 4, yes.
Oh, 4, sorry.
Fair point. Transformers 4, yes.
Seriously, could you... That turd is like right in your face. How could you even not see that?
Because I like to pretend that Mark Wahlberg wasn't in that movie. Even though he was definitely in that movie.
How about The Big Hit?
You know what? I do not hate The Big Hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It had its funny moments. It had its funny moments in it. Yeah.
Interesting. It's always fun to watch you make a mistake.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, The Big Hit's one of those movies that, like...
When I was done with that movie and I'm walking to my car, I felt like it was a walk of shame. That's what I felt like.
After The Big Hit?
Yeah.
Then you've never seen Transformers 4, obviously.
Right,
you don't even know what the walk of shame is like.
I don't.
Transformers 4 was so bad.
All right, well, yeah, we could sit here and talk about these all night. Let's go on to a movie that's already been out that was really good. Ruby and I got to see. The movie Gone Girl, based on the book.
Yes.
It's got Ben Affleck, and I can't think for the life of me what the name of the actress's name who played his wife.
Rosamund Pike.
Yeah. Who did a very good job at being psycho.
Yeah. She is crazy and sells it.
Yeah. Now, we're going to spoil this if you haven't seen it. That's on you because it's been out. So, Ruby, you kind of want to... Because if I start going through it, I'll end up taking like an hour and a half explaining every little bit.
Well, okay. The movie is basically, like, if you've seen the previews, the movie's basically about how a man has killed his wife. Okay? And about how that's what it looks like from the previews. And the movie starts off that way with the sort of the implication that, like, well, it tells the story of their relationship, like how they met, all this sort of thing, and how things were good in the beginning, and then things got bad. The recession hit. They both got fired. They moved to Missouri to be with his family, and nobody was happy. But you see, this is really two movies. In the beginning, the first movie is sort of from Affleck's perspective, and everything sort of rotates around Affleck and what's happening with him. And you see some of that written through journals that are being written by Rosamund Pike's character, his wife. And so you get to see, and she paints a picture of Affleck of being this like horrible person, like a closet wife beater and all these sorts of things, that he's just abusive and all these sorts of things. And then the movie, at the beginning of the movie, she's gone missing.
Right.
And so we see her like flashbacks of her writing her journal about him. Meanwhile, he's going through all of this, like, she's gone missing and he doesn't know what to do. Like, he was getting ready to leave her anyway, but they weren't in a happy marriage, so what does he do? You know what I mean?
Right.
He's not that sad that she's gone because they're not really the best of friends anymore.
Yeah, they've grown apart.
Yeah, they've grown to hate each other.
Right, really.
In like
really
no uncertain terms, hate each other. So, anyway, as this progresses, they end up finding a good reason to blame him for her murder. And they show up at the house, the cops show up at the house, who've been looking for his wife this whole time, but are pretty sure that he killed her. Show up at the house and basically accuse him of it. And then that's when the movie completely switches tone and flips around and becomes from her perspective.
Which was weird.
As it turns out, she's faked all of this. All the journal entries are faked. All of it is faked. And she has gone to like great lengths to fake her own murder and make it look like Ben Affleck did it so that he would punish him. And then she was going to throw herself in the river and kill herself so that her body would wash up, and then he would definitely go down for it.
Yeah. Even when, as far as to paint it that she was pregnant, he killed a pregnant woman.
Right.
Because
by salvaging a pregnant woman's pee from her drained toilet.
They go into detail about like her plan. You're gonna need lots of blood, so it shows her like draining blood out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Setting everything up. She's been buying stuff with credit cards in his name for months. You know, just raising up. What this is like $100,000 in credit card debt.
Yeah.
Which she so intricately placed inside this little woodshed with a nice little package.
Yeah. Yeah, and left clues to lead the cops there.
Right.
It was really well done, and she gets greedy and decides that like killing herself isn't what she's gonna do. That instead, what she's gonna do is she's gonna continue to work on getting him the death penalty.
Right.
And see him get killed instead. So she launches this plan, makes some mistakes, and in the end, ends up coming back to him. And revealing herself that she's alive.
Right, but the way she came... let's touch on just Neil Patrick Harris's character in this for a moment.
Okay, Neil Patrick Harris is the saddest man that there ever was.
Right, his name is Desi in this, and he is a millionaire who has big fancy houses and a lake house with a gym that overlooks the lake.
Yes.
And... so I guess they dated, in high school? They dated for a little bit.
Yeah.
And he ended up just, like, she put him on a leash and just strung him along for 20 years. She claimed he was a stalker. Because her deal is to like, fake these fantasy things that happened to, like, one guy she said raped her and stuff like that, when you find out that she really, like, faked the whole thing just to ruin his life and stuff like that. Kind of what she's doing with the current husband, but she's like upgraded to murder. But so she's stringing along Desi, and she ends up getting robbed because all the money that she was able to take out and run away with, that she planned to create her own life with, got taken from her because she's an idiot.
Yep.
And those people you find at motels are the best people in the world to trust.
Yes. So she calls up Desi.
Desi, come save me.
And of course, Desi runs to go and save her.
Oh, yeah.
But then Desi's a little crazy himself, and he's a little more possessive than she's really comfortable with. And he's a little, like, I almost understand her motivations when it comes to Desi.
Right. I kind of got the feeling like, is it true with this guy? Like,
Right.
is this like the one time where, like crying wolf is not the case?
But Desi has his lake house all cameraed up, so you can see everything. So she ends up like literally setting up this series of events where it looks like he has raped her and she has just escaped, and all this stuff on the cameras beforehand. And then when Desi gets home, she
she comes on to him hard.
Right, she comes on to him hard, and
Right.
essentially, and they have sex, and then in the middle of the act, she just reaches up and gets a box cutter and slits his throat.
Oh.
And then he just bleeds out all over her, and it's crazy.
So, yeah. And then she finishes up, make sure that, she can tell that things ended up the way that she wanted to play, which was kind of like, you see it and you're like, oh, and then it's just, the whole thing was just really, really messed up, really dark.
Yeah.
Runs home to Ben Affleck, runs home to Dunn.
Steals his car, shows up at the house, all covered in blood still.
Right. And she
claims that she had been kidnapped by this guy all along.
Even though the detective is trying to tear holes into her story when they're doing the interview with the FBI, she was able to manage to play the FBI enough to where they just, took control of everything and said, no, this is it. So, it's such a I mean, go see this movie. It is awesome.
Well, they also do a really good job of portraying like how the media grabs onto all sorts of stories and just has a feeding frenzy. And they create these people who were just everyday people to be heroes and villains that they just simply aren't. Because they need that to sell their media storyline. That a lot of this movie was about that sort of thing. The Nancy Graces of the world, where we're there to sort of like, saying all these horrible things to generate buzz for their TV show.
See, I should really watch this movie. I've not seen it yet, so
it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable, and the whole way it's portrayed, like as a media, like they're almost battling in the media. In the court of public opinion about who's right, who's the good one, who's the bad one, and in the end, and this almost matches Old Boy on my mind for fucked up endings.
True.
She comes back and she's like, you are going to be the husband I want you to be, or I'm going to tell everyone the truth or whatever. And he can't go out, he can't leave her now because everyone thinks that their story is the greatest thing ever. And if he tries to leave, everyone's going to think something is up, and he's going to get crucified for it. So he's stuck living in a marriage with a woman who despises him? I don't know. She's crazy. She's completely psycho.
Well, not to mention she played the baby card, too. Like, she's keeping him locked in because she's like, oh, yeah, hey, we're going to be parents, so I need you to own up some of the stuff that I set up on you. We got to sell this.
So, and
that's how it ends?
And, they end up being together as a couple forever.
I like this not happy ending.
Oh, yeah.
And they have the same line in the beginning. Like in the beginning, Ben Affleck has a line. They're laying in bed, and Rosamund Pike has her head on his chest or whatever. He's looking down at it, and he says something about like, when you're married, all you want to do is crack open your wife's skull to like find out what's inside, what thoughts are inside that little head or whatever. And in the beginning of the movie, it sounds very abusive and violent.
Right.
And in the end of the movie, it sounds very desperate. It's the same line with like the exact same scene, but it has at the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie, it has totally different impact.
Oh yeah.
It was really well done.
Yeah, sounds fascinating actually.
Yeah,
it's really good. I liked the interaction between Ben Affleck and his twin sister. I thought that was really good. Like, she was an amazing anchor for him. Like, just where he lacked emotion, she was all about it. You know what I mean? It like did a good job of balancing that out. Plus, Tyler Perry in it.
Nailed it.
Tyler Perry
was awesome in this movie.
Yeah, his character was amazing.
Yeah, he was really good at this movie.
Yeah. He was he played a like high-profile attorney specializing in these types of situations where like wives and husbands are divorcing and stuff like that.
Right, or like husbands that murder their spouses or whatever.
Right, like yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does. So, it was really good. I highly suggest you go and watch it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, is there anything else to add? You guys want to go ahead and close out for tonight?
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, guys. Enjoy us next time. It'll be episode 15. And yeah, have a good night.